This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, the sun is shining and the league races are heating up. We'll have the Peninsula battle with Aragon and San Mateo. Oakland Tech takes on Skyline and Leland hosts Rival.
Softball has Gilroy facing Los Gatos, volleyball with Acalanes and Northgate, and the amazing story of the Lowell runner and his teammate who makes his success possible. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin tonight with a big Peninsula League Bay Division matchup. The first place Aragon Dons come in with a 12-3 record overall and a 5-1 record in league. The Dons with power-hitting senior Cameron Grant hitting .458 this season.
Yep, he's a good one. Just one game behind the Dons. San Mateo features senior captain Tommy Ozawa, who's batting .362. The Bearcats looking to pull into first place with the Dons this week.
The Aragon Dons holding on tight to their lead over the Peninsula Ocean Division facing San Mateo. Let's start off the show with some defense. Center fielder Cameron Grant tracking down that ball nicely. And in the bottom of the first, a runner on first for Connor Hourigan. And Connor slaps one the opposite way. Lead runner Jace Jeremiah would score on a fielder's choice, and it's 1-0 Aragon. Hourigan also doing it with his arm, going 9 up, 9 down through the first 3 innings. Connor would also finish 2 for 4 at the plate. Bottom 4 runners on first and second. Jeremiah rocks back and fires one up the middle. Here comes Drake Keneally rounding third, going for home. There's no throw, and the Dons go up 2-0 and would score twice more on an SM error. So the Dons are up 4-0 in the top of the 5th. A Bearcat on second. Jorge Chavarian ropes one to the left side. Chavarian with the RBI knock, scoring Sean Tanap. 4-1 is the score through 5. There's no one on for the Don big man Cameron Grant, and he crushes it! And it goes all the way. Grant with his 4th big fly of the season, but MVP has to go to Hourigan, throwing a 2-hitter, getting the batter to ground out to the third baseman Keneally for the final out of the game, and Connor drops his ERA to 1.05 on the season. Aragon improves to 6-1 in league play.
The Sobrato Bulldogs shaking hands with the Santa Teresa Saints before their matchup Thursday afternoon. The Bulldogs load the bases in the second. It's Bella Romani who gets the hit by pitch. That allows Alexa Lopez to score as Sobrato takes a 1-0 lead after 2. Santa Teresa fights back in the third. Bases loaded. Paris Uribe hits it through the infield. It's a base hit. Isabel Hall and Andrea Connor score, and the Saints take a 2-1 lead. Moments later, it's Emma Ashley doing the job, crushing one to right center. It drops in. Analia Flores and Adele Braun score. Saints would lead at 4-2 in the 5th. Lopez for Sobrato sends a blistering shot to right center for a double. Lead runner Lindsey Martin gets in a pickle and races in to score. After the throw gets away, the Saints now lead by 1. 6th inning, and Santa Teresa gets a runner on for Alicia Gill, who lays down a beautiful bunt. She makes it to first safely, but the Bulldogs do get the out at third. But Santa Teresa extends the lead here. Hall, a grounder up the middle for a base hit as Gill comes in to score. Santa Teresa gets another on an error, and it's 6-3 Saints after 6. Kayla Williams shutting it down from there as she induces the grounder to short. Cassandra Soria fires to Jasmine Castro for the final out as Santa Teresa wins it over Sobrato to go to 9-2 in the Mount Hamilton division. 6-3 was the final.
The San Ramon Valley Wolves traveling to the South Bay to take on the Menlo Knights. We skip to the second half. It's 8-5 SRV. Zach Ronwell to Charlie Iller to Carter Strauch, who scores. It's 9-5 Wolves. Here comes Charlie Tagliaferri hopping into the hole for the goal before taking that hit. A 5-goal advantage for the Wolves. Iller dodging the defense to find an open Matt Carbonell for the goal, and the Wolves were pretty happy about that one. A minute left in the third. Jared Kenny to Griffin Turner for the assist to Zach Romwell. The Wolves with a comfortable 7-goal lead in the fourth. Menlo looking to make a comeback. Aiden Pack on the attack, and Pack dances around the defense and nails that one in for the Knights. It's 12-6 SRV. The Knights keep on fighting as Chris DeElencon connects with Ryan Young, who swings it in. Menlo trailing by 7. Now then it's Samson Axe flying into the box and bringing it home to cut the deficit to 6 for the Knights, but the Wolves go on to win this one. The Knights looking to score, but keeper Carl Smith protects the net for San Ramon Valley. 14-9 was the final. A great game by Turner and Tagliaferri with 3 goals apiece as SRV improves to 13-1 on the season. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikers Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Drop it. We here at the Rikers Center. Who are you? This is Rama Jamal. Yeah, I heard it. Batter up. You don't want to pitch change-ups to Dominic Mesa, a dominant player who is known to hit way up. A designated hitter for the Sierra Padres was knocking them all the way to Sierra Madre with a 3-run homer and a grand slam, making it clear as the jam and Cantan coming back from a deficit, letting the innings speak, helping extend their 7-game winning streak. Lightning strikes from a quiet storm wind. It might be the arm limb of Wyatt Thompson. Against Berkeley, he put on quite a performance, striking out 8 batters. We tried to warn them. 3 for 3 at the plate. Wyatt threw a complete game, and the Dragons remain 10-1 in league play. They put in position, the title they looking to clinch in the West Alameda County Foothill Division. Yeah. These are your Players of the Week. Check us out at the Rikers Center. R-I-E-K-E-S. You know we keep it fresh.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
If you have ever had a minor poke in the eye playing basketball, or had a soccer or tennis ball hit your eye, then you know it can be very uncomfortable. 2 common injuries are corneal abrasion, which can be seen with a special lamp after fluorescent dye is placed in your eye, and subconjunctival hemorrhage, in which you might see blood in the white part or sclera of your eye. Other eye injuries can be more serious, including blood in the central part of your eye, the iris and pupil, or detachment of the retina or lens. If you experience an eye injury, seek prompt evaluation from your athletic trainer. If you have any visual impairment, unequal pupils, sensitivity to light, or alterations of the iris, urgent referral to an ophthalmologist is critical.
Coming up, our NCS block construction blockbuster game, El Cerrito battling Pinole Valley.
And softball with 2 great CCS teams at Gilroy and Los Gatos next.
Each day brings new possibilities. That's why you need a partner dedicated to helping your company reach its goals. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
California's #1 volume dealer, South County of Gilroy, the #1 Hellcat Scat Pack dealer in the world, welcomes the largest selection of red-eye in the world. Fast and furious. Feel it. Hear it. Speed like no other. South County has too much speed on their lot. Red Eyes, Hellcat Demon, Scat Pack, wide bodies, and more. Get the new Dodge Durango SRT 8 power like no other for $11,000 off the MSRP. Wow! Fast and furious. Get your roll on. Drive a little. Save a lot.
What keeps me coming back to golf? Love. For the game, and for the ones I play it with. We love this game as much as the pros. That's why we have the same doctors. Teaming up to keep the pros and my family at the top of our game.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rikers Center. The Rikers Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the big game this week in the Tri-County Rock Division. The Pinole Valley Spartans leading the league with a 7-1 record.
The Spartans meeting league rival El Cerrito this week. The Gauchos just 1 game back with a chance to pull into a first-place tie. It's our NCS block construction blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
North Bay Sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin.
Blockbuster game.
yeah.
It's senior day here today at Panola Valley Park as the Panola Valley Spartan seniors were honored before the game. For Panola Valley this afternoon, DeAndre Gaines will be the starter on the mound today. He's also the league leading hitter, batting .429 with 4 home runs. Nico Paraway is the star for the El Cerrito Gauchos, batting .400. El Cerrito needing a win today to keep their chances alive for a league title. It's Panola Valley and El Cerrito in this afternoon's Black Construction NCS Blockbuster game. Panola Valley takes the lead in the first. Fernando Duenas with a sharp grounder to short. The throw gets away at first, allowing Tiani Johnson to score 1-0 Spartans. Top of the third now, runner on for the Gauchos. Ricky Salas sends a sizzling shot to left to put 2 runners on for the Gauchos, and some love from the first baseman. Later in the third, Tayo Kalin sends a rocket to right center that falls. Racing home is Salas, and we are tied at 1-1. Later in the third, El Cerrito takes the lead as D'Angelo Fleetwood sends a blistering shot to left, and when it gets past the fielder, 2 Gauchos race home. That's Jamison Patapanic and Kalen Fleetwood trying for third, but he is out. Still, El Cerrito leads at 4-1. Panola Valley fights back. Here's pitcher DeAndre Gaines with a rocket to right center. That's a double for Gaines, but he would not score. But the Spartans rally in the fourth. Runner on for Matteo Tassini, who shoots one to right, a solid base knock. Scoring is an extremely excited Fernando Duenas. It's now 4-3 Gauchos. The fourth inning rally continues. Here's Devin Irwin with a sharp single to left. Benito Nazario scores as the Spartans tie the game at 4-all. Panola Valley takes the lead here. Scott Syverson with a nubber down the first base line. That's a base hit. Scoring from third is Tassini, 5-4 Spartans. PV looking for more in the fifth. Tassini sends it to right center, but Fleetwood with an amazing diving catch out there. Still, Panola Valley goes on to win it. The Spartans clinching the league title, which made relief pitcher Devin Irwin very happy.
Man, it means everything. I've been working so hard, and the team's been working so hard. We've been through some struggles, and I know my boys, they always pick me up. To do it on senior night in front of everybody, in front of my team having my back, it was amazing.
Back to softball with the Gilroy Mustangs visiting the Los Gatos Wildcats in a non-league clash. Bottom 2, Mira Sharma hits a flare to right. It drops fair. Alexa Wong hustles her way to third and hangs on to the base. Senior Ava Curry comes up and lifts one to right field, and that's deep enough to allow Wong to tag up and score for the 1-0 Wildcat lead. Bottom 3 now, it's Mira's little sister, Sarah Sharma, hitting a rocket to the right center gap. Little Sharma with a leadoff double, and next up is Sarah Kiala, grounding one through the left side to advance Sarah Sharma to third, and she would later score on a pass ball, making it 2-0 Cats. Here's a nice play by Gilroy's sophomore catcher, Malia Ma. She throws a gem to third to pick off the runner. And still the bottom 3, Mira Sharma hits this one over the left fielder for a ground rule double as Carly Ice Crespo scores for the 3-0 LG lead. The Mustangs fight back in the fifth. Christina Chavez hits one high, hits it deep, off the fence. That's a live ball. Abby Clark scores to cut the deficit to 2. Los Gatos looking for some insurance, but Mustangs center fielder Clark makes a diving catch, and top 7. Gilroy needs 2 for the tie. Runner on second, shortstop Wong fields the ground ball and gets the final out. Los Gatos wins this one 3-1 to advance to 14-3 on the season. Each week, South County Chrysler and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award. This week's Coach of the Week is De La Salle's David Jeans. The Spartans with another successful week last week to remain our #1 team in the Bay Area.
Coach Jeans and the Dons will receive tickets to an upcoming A's game for being named this week's South County Chrysler U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Coming up to the Santa Teresa division for Oak Grove and Sobrato.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Softball Power Rankings.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform.
We're the Oak Grove cheerleaders. You're watching the 49er Cal High Sport Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium and off to the Santa Teresa division where Oak Grove and Piedmont Hills continue undefeated in league.
Well, Sobrato is just one game back to start the week. The Bulldogs looking to topple the Eagles at home this week.
The Sobrato Bulldogs staying loose before they take on the undefeated Oak Grove Eagles. Bulldogs get right to work. Justin Rashid hits a hard grounder to third. Nice stop at the throw. Gets away, allowing Shane Callison to score 1-0 Sobrato after 1. The Bulldogs looking to add on in the third with the bases juice, but Oak Grove goes Jacob No to Junior Lucero to Evan Meyer for the double play. Rashid gets the RBI for Sobrato, scoring Alex Persini. The Bulldogs add another in the third with a William Kahn base knock to center field. Shane scores, and it's 3-0. Sobrato Bulldogs in the lead. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and the Bulldogs are looking for more, but the Eagles center fielder Jake Cooch flies in and makes a diving catch, and that one saves a run. Great play. Top of the seventh now, the Eagles make it interesting as Joe Martinez hits a fly to right center. No tags up and makes it a one-run game with 2 outs. The Bulldogs starting pitcher Joshua Balderas induces the ground ball. Third baseman Rashid makes a great grab in the 5-6 hole and gets the out at first as Sobrato wins game 1 of the 2-game series, handing the Eagles their first league loss. 3-2 was the final.
Leland and Branham shaking hands at half court as they prep for their matchup. Ben Brigham coming out hot. He rails the serve for the ace to put the Bruins up early in the match. Midway through the first set, Jonathan Vo with the dig, Brigham with the set, and Cole Gillis slams it with authority. Branham goes on to win the first set by 11. Early in the second now, Matthew Kim takes a dig. Travis Wen with the set, and Anson Chu slaps it down barely in bounds, and the Chargers go up by 1. Bruins looking to get it over, but here comes Danny Zhu with the powerful block. Chargers up 14-12. Next play, Leland on the serve. Bruins recover quickly, but Chu is there ready for the easy kill. Chargers up by 3. And late in the second, Colby Lau takes a dig. Brigham with the set, and Brian Cash demolishes this one. Bruins tie it up at 18. A couple plays later, Eric Catulli is all over this one. His first spike is saved, but don't worry, he recovers and gets the kill. Bruins take the second set by 2. Early in the third, Lau with the dig, Brigham with the set, and Luke Sayers comes flying in for the kill. Luke seems to like that one, and Sayer wasn't done there. Brigham with the set, and Luke destroys it. That will do it. Branham defeats Leland in 3 to improve to 17-3 on the season, 8-1 in league. Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
And a really amazing story this week. Chiara Biagini joins us now with the story of a Lowell runner and what he does to succeed.
Robert, the life of a runner is often a solitary effort, just you against the clock or against your competition. For Ethan Fung, running is a team effort where his vision of success is different from all the rest.
On your marks, set.
The feeling of running is very freeing. It makes you feel sort of invincible when you're going fast, and you can feel the wind in your face.
Set.
You feel like you're flying almost.
Running gives Ethan Fung a purpose. This para-athlete is one of the best in state and has a dream to become one of the best in the world. Ethan sets his bar high despite his special circumstances.
I am legally blind and I've been diagnosed since I was 10 months. And I can only see very dim outlines. And I have light perception, which means I can tell the difference between light and dark and sort of like in between.
Ethan is able to run a full 400-meter lap without any help. When you throw in other competing runners, it becomes difficult for Ethan to run his fastest while staying in his lane. His guide runner and teammate, Nathan Chamberlain, makes this possible.
So Nathan is my running guide, and what we do is we have to run together, and we have this string that attaches each of our fingers. He runs on my left lane. He makes sure that I do not go onto the wrong lane.
Nathan also helps Ethan keep pace with verbal cues on the distance to the finish line.
Come in a little bit, halfway, 3/4, and we're done.
The two runners started working together 1 year ago.
There you go. 3, 2, 1, go.
When we started working together, it was definitely rough because when you run with somebody, it's a really big adjustment, and it was just a long learning process where we just had to realize that instead of running with our own form, like the way we wanted to run, we had to run in sync, because that's one of the most important things, is that we do not ruin our rhythm. Because when we run together, we have to run as one instead of running as two people.
Many of the track meets leading up to section and state championships do not offer para events. So during the regular season, Ethan competes against athletes who do not have disabilities.
Like a lot of times at the meets, we're running with everybody else. There's not always, or not usually, a special division for blind athletes or athletes with disabilities. So we're just, like, a lot of times we'll be last by like 5 seconds, and he doesn't care, and he's just a pleasure to be around because he never complains. He never says, oh, you should have done better that one, you should have, like, he's never ever done that. And so it's just really positive.
Andy Leung has coached track and field at Lowell for 30 years. He encouraged Ethan to come out and represent the Cardinals in the track and field para division.
You almost sometimes forget that he has limited vision. There are times that he'll run intervals and he's not touching anybody, he's just following. I think he senses his teammates where they are, he senses where he needs to be, and he just goes with it. So I think it's a lot of it is no fear of what he's doing and trusting in his teammates as well. He's just simply remarkable.
Ethan and Nathan are both excited to put their hard work to the test at the upcoming section and state para championships. Ethan hopes to be a role model for other impaired athletes who are hesitant to give sports a try.
There's not too many of us, and I'd really like to see more athletes come out and just help themselves with their confidence and their fitness. It makes you feel like you can do things on your own, and it makes you feel like independent. And I think that's a very important part of who we as disabled athletes want to become.
Ethan's courage as a blind runner is humbling. His fearlessness allows him to do what he loves at the highest level of high school track and field. Ethan's partnership with Nathan is a giving relationship, helping Ethan fulfill his vision of success.
It is so selfless of Nathan to take time away from his own track and field to help Ethan compete. The two have become such close friends, and it's just so amazing what Ethan is accomplishing.
Yeah, and for them to work together as a team on the track and do all that is just, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
Thanks, Keith.
And such great kids, too.
They are amazing.
So Ethan is our Be Human Inspirational Athlete this week. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download the Be Human app in the App Store and use the tag Inspirational Athlete to share what makes your nominees so inspirational. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be Human, inspire, and be inspired. Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week as we head to Oakland for Oakland Tech and Skyline.
And two of the best lacrosse teams in the CCS as Harker meets Presentation next.
Steve Greenwood's water pump repair business and Tri-Counties Bank have a history together. So when the chance to start a company that manufactures the parts he uses came down the pipe, he knew who to turn to. Branch manager Daryl Polk and team created a business line of credit, allowing flexible funding to start the company and fund initial manufacturing operations, maintaining a strong cash flow for his flowing enterprise. That service to be pumped about. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Luxury real estate is far more than a transaction. It's about living the life you deserve. Morgan Mano Shepler with McGuire Real Estate knows a commitment at this level requires a rock-solid relationship with experts who truly understand each local community. Go to Morgan's website to learn more about available homes for sale, read Morgan's client testimonials, and request a complimentary home valuation. With Morgan's proven track record for success, her clients enjoy a complete concierge service experience from start to finish. Because anything is possible when you have the right agent.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be. For ourselves,
for our families, for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley, in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andrew.
And we are both brokers with Serino Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. This game is an Oakland League battle for first place as Skyline meets Oakland Tech. Skyline features Miles Davis, not the Jazz great, but the senior infielder who's batting .500 on the season.
Yeah, but the Jazz great, he was really good too.
Yeah.
The first place Titans taking on second place Oakland Tech in our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
Skyline with a chance to go 7-0 in league, but has to get through the defending champs Oakland Tech with a runner on second. Blaine French hits it to the left side, and it goes through the infield. That's Adam Crampton scoring from second, 1-0 OT. Bottom one now, Ian Perchlik comes up with one on and ropes it to left over the fielder's head, and it puts runner Henry Quintella on third for the catcher Clay Henderson. And that ball makes it through the infield. One run comes in to score. Skyline would score another on an error, so it's tied 2-2 in the top of the second. Runner on first. Crampton for OT, giving this ball a ride. Going, gone. Crampton, a Stanford-bound senior, putting his team back on top with a 2-run shot. Following inning, it's 4-2 OT. Sam Hines drops one in front of the right fielder. Scoring from second is Sam Walsh, and the Bulldogs go up by 3. Bottom of the third, Perchlik leading off the inning, takes the low pitch and hits it high and deep and gone. That is Ian's first homer of his high school career. It's 5-3 Oakland Tech, but here goes Crampton. Cramping Skyline's momentum. Adam also hits one onto the football field, and Oakland Tech would go on to lead it 7-3. Leroy Yao would take the mound for the Titans in the 7th and shut down the Bulldog offense. So it's 7-4 Oakland Tech in the bottom of the 7th with the bases loaded, and Yao hits it to third. OT trying to end the game on a double play. The ball goes into right field to score, and the Tech lead is just 1. 2 batters later, Aaron Ray chops it to the right side. Second baseman bobbles it and throws it away. Here comes OCL Quintero for the game-winning run in Skyline. line, walks it off, nabbing their 7th league win of the season in come-from-behind fashion. They're now 9-3 overall, and we talked to an excited Skyline team post-game. And here they are after that walk-off, the Skyline Titans. We're talking to Leroy Yao first. He came out on the mound, shut it down these last 3 innings, I believe. You are MVP.
Thank you.
Leroy, talk about how big this win was.
Man, this is the first time Skyline has beat Tech in a long time. I'm a sophomore. We lost last year. I'm looking forward to winning more. I was on a very high point after coming in and shutting it down. I was very low yesterday, but I want to motivate everyone. If you're very low, there's always a chance to get it back up there.
Thank you, Leroy. Thank you, taking it off the baseball field. All right, Elon Simon is next. Okay, so 7 games into last season, you guys were 4-3. You're sitting at 7-0 in league. How big is that?
Feels really good. It's pretty big. We just got to finish it off.
How are you going to finish it off?
We just got to play to our level.
What level is that?
Skyline Titan level.
All right, last but not least, Henry Quintella. Henry, okay, so what do you guys hope to accomplish when this season is over? What are your goals?
Beat Tech again, and then go to Trans Bay and beat whoever from San Francisco wins out there.
All right, simple as that, right? These are your Skyline Titans. Guys, take us out.
The Harker Eagles making this short trip down 280 to take on Presentation. Harker getting on the board first. Anna Vaze-Parambil with the pass to Elise Meyer, who fires one past the keeper for the goal. 1-0 Harker. The Eagles add on just a few moments later. It's Elise Meyer sprinting past the defenders, and she converts from close range to extend the Harker lead to 2. Presentation answering back as Sophia Harvey shoots and scores from close range. But back come the Eagles on the other end. Heidi Zhang passes it ahead to Anna Vaje-Parambil, who finds the back of the net for the goal. Harker on the attack again. Meyer finds Piper White, who fires a laser past the keeper as the Eagles take a 9-2 lead at the half. Presentation trying to mount a comeback to start the second half. Harvey over to Audrey Cowell, who fights off several defenders and scores from short distance. But Harker fights back. Zhang converts the penalty shot to give the Eagles an 8-4 lead. The Panthers in their first ever season for lacrosse looking to stay in it. Ashley Linthicum sprinting past the defenders before getting her shot to go for the goal. But this one belongs to the Eagles. White passes to Meyer, who bounces it in for the goal as Harker wins it 10-8 to go to 6-0 in the West Bay Skyline League. Elise Meyer leading all scorers with 5 goals. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is presenting the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
The voting in the volunteer contest is finished, and here are our top 10 finalists. These students will now present essays to the Lexus of Stevens Creek Scholarship Board. 5 of these volunteers will split $10,000 in scholarship money.
Coming up to the Diablo Valley League for undefeated Las Lomas taking on Concord.
And then to the Diablo Valley League we go for Campo Lindo and Acalanes.
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with the 15-0 Las Lomas Knights. The Knights hit like crazy with a team batting average of .356. Senior Matt McCullough hitting .457.
Not a lot of league games being played yet, so Las Lomas at 2-0 has a 1-game lead over second place Concord as the teams met in Walnut Creek this week.
The Las Lomas Knights, NCS contenders the last 2 years and looking good to get there again, but it's Concord on the board first in the first. Gabe Perez with a base knock to left. Ryan Murphy, who had singled, comes in to score 1-0 Minutemen. But the Knights answer back. Aaron Weiner rips a line single to right, putting runners at the corners. 1 run comes in on a wild pitch, and with 1 out, Sam Hoff bounces it to second. The out is made at second, but the throw to first gets away, allowing Weiner and Jack McCullough to score. It's 3-1 Knights after 1. Concord with a runner at first, but not for long as the Knights catcher McCullough guns him down to end the top of the second. Bottom 2 now as Matt Hershey sends this one for a ride, but look at Sam Carlson track it down, make the catch, colliding with the fence and hanging on. A great play by Carlson. But the next batter is Weiner, and no chance to catch this one. It's a monster blast over the right field fence, a 2-run shot for Weiner, and a 5-1 Los Lomas lead. Murphy had a nice game for Concord with 2 hits. He should have had a third, but a terrific diving catch by right fielder Jaden Duffy. Meantime, on the mound, Zakai Avador was doing a nice job for the Knights, getting the win. This one of his 8 strikeouts as Los Lomas remains undefeated at 16-0 in first place in the Diablo Valley League.
Up next, Acalan is taking on Campo Lindo in a Diablo Valley League showdown. Campo strikes first. Top one, Abby Lee leads off with a single. She advances to third for Sarah Talarico, who cashes in, but the Dons respond. 2 on for Riley Nicosa, who knocks in Amy Schuing, and Lexi Schofield follows that up with an RBI single of her own, scoring Morgan Salmon. And finally, Ellie Palma ropes one down the line to plate 2 more. Acalanes leads at 4-1 after 1 and in the third. Dons now lead at 5-2, and Caitlin Poole blasts one over the fence. A 2-run shot for Campo to pull within 1. But Acalanes puts runs up all game. Bottom third, Sophia Cooper lays down the bunt. 2-run score, and Cooper ends up on third. The Acalanes power was there too. Kaylee Pond belts a 2-run homer, and it's now 11-5 Dons in the fourth. Campo will score 1 more. It's Poole again with another shot, her second homer of the day, and Cougars now trail it 11-6. But Acalanes puts the game away with this one. Morgan Salmon knocks a 3-run bomb up and out of here and sends everyone home in the 6th. The Dons take this one 18-6. Pond and Salmon with both 3 hits, a home run, and 3 RBIs.
Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. Give us a thumbs up on our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week.
One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention.
Here's Dr. Ron Desmaris with this week's tip.
No matter the game's circumstances, an athlete with a suspected concussion should be removed immediately from play. When in doubt, sit them out. Look for signs and symptoms of a concussion if the athlete has experienced a bump or blow to the head or body. Ensure that the athlete is immediately evaluated by appropriate healthcare professional. When removing an athlete with suspected concussion from play, the decision about returning to play should be left to the medical professional. An athlete should be removed from play the day of the suspected injury and until appropriate healthcare professional clears them to return to play. One Hit Away understands. Your brain can change your game.
Coming up, a battle in the Mount Hamilton division as Leland meets Live Oak in our CCS Block Construction blockbuster game.
And back to the softball diamond for Clayton Valley and College Park. This is 49ers Cal High Sports Report, the top high school sports show in the nation.
Come on. Come on, Squirt.
Whatever your financial goals are, a U.S. Bank Wealth Management Advisor can help make them a reality. Talk to one today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
California's #1 volume dealer, South County of Gilroy. The #1 Hellcat Scat Pack dealer in the world. Welcomes the largest selection of Red Eye in the world. Fast and furious. Feel it. Hear it. Speed like no other. South County has too much speed on their lot. Red Eyes, Hellcat Demon, Scat Pack, wide bodies, and more. Get the new Dodge Durango SRT 8 power like no other for $11,000 off the MSRP. Wow! Fast and furious. Get your roll on. Drive a little. Save a lot.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Bring the advantage of the hall. You get another opportunity to do what you love. Bring the advantage. Kittle at the 10. Touchdown. What a play. They return. play for each other. That's all we need to do. Let's go.
Back at Levi Stadium with the two teams chasing Lee for the top spot in the Mount Hamilton division. Leland and Live Oak tied for second place and looking to keep pace with the Longhorns.
Leland needing a win with Lee on their schedule next week, and it's our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and our Adrian Soriano was there.
Blockbuster game. Yeah.
Both Leland and Live Oak featured two outstanding shortstops in the lineup today. For Live Oak, it's the quarterback from the football team, Jonathan Singleton. On the season, Jonathan is hitting .378 with 17 hits. For the Chargers, it's senior Trevor Johannes, who's hitting .385 with 4 home runs and 22 RBIs. It's Leland and Live Oak in the CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Live Oak playing with a heavy heart. Senior Justin Sakai's father succumbing to a long battle with cancer just 2 hours before game time. Justin did not play but was there to support his team. Our thoughts are with Justin and his family as they go through this tough time. To the highlights now. Live Oak looking to get started in the first. Connor Henning smacks one off the left field wall for a single. But Chargers pitcher Calvin Shaw was dominant on the mound all day long as he gets the backwards K here. No score after 1. Second inning, and Leland gets a runner on for Matt Ames, who lines one to center for a base knock. But the Acorns get out of it as Justin Judd knocks down the grounder and lobs it to Mitch Nagel to get the out. Still no score after 2. Third inning, and Leland loads the bases for Trevor Johannes, who smokes one to left for a base hit. Matthew Unang scores, and it's 1-0 Chargers. Still bases loaded for Carson Yates, who sends a blistering shot to right. That scores Lucas Marizzi, 2-0 Chargers. Leland looking for more, but Live Oak goes Jonathan Singleton to Josh Elam to Justin Judd at first for the double play, but Kikoa Lopez does score to extend the lead to 3. The Chargers get one more as Joey Tattle grounds one to short. The throw to first is off as Johannes comes in to score, and it's 4-0 Leland after 3. The Acorns trying to answer back in the fourth with a runner on. Tyler Madden hits one the opposite way for a stand-up double, but Leland gets out of the jam as Shaw induces the fly ball to right. Carson Yates is there to make the play. Still 4-0 Chargers after 4. The Acorns looking to break through in the fifth, but check out Leland first baseman Matt Ames with the nice diving catch to end the inning. Live Oak trying to rally in the seventh. Justin Judd hits one off the pitcher's glove for a base hit, but Calvin Shaw would keep the Acorns at bay as he gets his 7th strikeout of the game. Leland wins it 4-0 to go to 5-2 in the Mount Hamilton division. We caught up with Calvin Shaw after the game.
What's working for us this season is probably our bats, getting runs where needed, and our defense is going pretty good too.
In San Jose with the Blockbuster game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Clayton Valley Charter traveling to College Park for this Monday softball matchup, and the Ugly Eagles strike early, top first and already up. Jordan Williams knocks an RBI to center to make it 2-0. Next up, runners at second and third. Alexa Oldham hits a sac fly far enough to score Delaney Urban. The Ugly Eagles add to their lead in the third. It's Oldham again, this time doubling to send Urban home. 4-0 Clayton Valley Eagles. College Park would get on the board in the sixth, but the real excitement comes in the final inning. College Park gets back-to-back singles. First, it's Chloe Van Boekhout signaling to center field. Then it's Sophia Lucia putting runners at first and second with her line drive to center. And the scoring begins. Jenna Pyro gets one in the air. They can't put it away in the outfield, so Boekhout scores, and the Falcons are within 2. Runners now at second and third for Morgan Crosby, who hits a shot out to right. That's enough to score both runners, and the game is tied up at 4-all. Clayton Valley walks the next 2 to load the bases, but a pass ball is all Crosby needs to come on in and win the game. A 4-run bottom of the 7th for the Falcons. College Park completes the clutch comeback to improve the record to 4-0 in league.
Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Menlo Atherton baseball player John Quinlan. John with a very impressive 4.15 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its varsity women's lacrosse team, who picked up its 5th and 6th consecutive wins last week and another one this week, making the team 9-2 for the season. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here's this week's Adobe tip. Here's an easy way to make a ghosting type image on a clip. Place your clip on the timeline and then drag onto it the echo effect. Then go to the adjustments and choose the number of echoes and the amount of decay over time. You can see all of the adjustments on the screen as you make them. A fast, easy way to make this type of ghosting effect in your videos. Coming up, the big game on the peninsula in softball as Aragon takes the field against Carlmont.
But first, here is our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for baseball.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Carlmont Scott softball squad has dominated the Peninsula League Bay Division in recent years, but this year they have some really tough competition with the Aragon Dons playing very well.
The two teams tied for first, each coming in with one league loss on the season. Aragon and Carlmont for first place this week. The Carlmont Scots taking on the Aragon Dons with first place on the line. We skip to the bottom of the third. Ashley Treeweiler crushes it to the left field fence for a double. Aubrey Chu scores to put the Scots on the board. Next batter is Sonny Carriajo, who sends it to right. Ashley Treeweiler crosses home. Scots up 2-0. Of the fifth, freshman Megan Grant with a bomb to right. The UCLA commit hits her 9th homer of the season, and the Dons take the 3-2 lead, but Carlmont responds in the same inning. Treeweiler nails that one for a homer of her own to tie it up at 3. 6th inning, Olivia DiNardo hits a no-doubter, a 3-run shot. That's 2 freshman Dons going deep in this one, and the Dons take back the 6-3 lead, but the Scots keep on bringing it. Carriajo sends a liner through the middle. Andrea Rachopi scores. Treeweiler beats the tag at home. Carriajo advances the second on the throw, and it cuts the deficit to 1. Next batter is Logan Benetti. Benetti with a pop-up to right, and it falls. Lexi Riondo scores for the Scots. It's now tied at 6. And it all ends here. Runner on third. Scots go with the suicide. Chu with the bunt, and Taylor Weiss scores, and it's a walk-off suicide squeeze. The Lady Scots take this one 7-6 to go 6-1 in league to remain in that first spot now with a 2-game lead.
Great support for the undefeated Northgate Broncos as they host league rival Acalanes. The Dons take the first set. Alex Frankie bumps to Colin Kerbach to Austin Kinnear, who takes it down for the point. Second set, the Broncos come back. Jason Rupert over to the setter Maxime Grigoriev. Short set to Grant McCarger, who tools it off the block. The Broncos take the second. Meeks Romanis to Rupert to Brendan Walker, who pushes it home and takes a victory lap. Third set, more Northgate. Nicholas Whitaker to Grigoriev. Deep set to the outside to Nick Lerma, who just crushes that one. The Broncos take the third. Grigoriev to Whitaker to the back row for Romanis, who just crushes it off the defender. Northgate up 2-1. But the Dons come back in the fourth. Alex Frankie, huge at the net all night long. He gets the block. And then later in the fourth, Kinnear to Kerbach and back to Kinnear, who goes down the line with a rocket. And the Dons take the fourth. Kinnear to Kerbach to Frankie, who crushes it off the block, and we're tied at 2 sets apiece. To the final set now, and the Dons put it away. There's Frankie at the net again, and then a nice play here as Lane Altbaum gets it to Kerbach with a terrific back set from the 6'4 center to Nikolai Heffernan, and Acalanes moves into a first-place tie with Northgate, handing the Broncos their first loss of the season. Kinnear with 18 kills. The Lee Boys volleyball team is a hard-hitting squad seeing great success this season.
The Longhorns visiting the Rikes Center this week to talk about their season with Shanberries from 99.7 Now.
We're at the Rikes Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 Now, here with the guys of the Lee Boys volleyball team. Yeah! Woo! Yes, That's what I'm talking about, guys. You are undefeated in league right now. You are unstoppable. How does that make you guys feel?
I mean, it's pretty great, right? We're doing pretty good right now. We have a lot of the season left to go, right? So we still have CCS and the hardest game of the season, which should be Branham at Branham for their senior night. But we're just going to keep working hard and keep on trying to get these wins.
And I have to talk to one of the seniors because there's like 14 seniors in your team. You guys are all leaving next year. Has it hit you that you guys are leaving, and what are you guys doing to prepare the team for next year?
I mean, it's kind of hit us that this is our last season. You know, a lot of us has been here for 4 years. You know, we've all become, you know, kind of brothers, and we've gotten to know everybody. You know, Coach McGuire, Coach Carr, Coach Danny. You know, we've come to enjoy the entire program, and I know we're going to leave it in good hands. You know, we're trying to install a work ethic and you know, bond that has never been at Lieb.
Well, I love to end with traditions, and I got to ask you, what's up with the Hawaiian shirts and bandanas?
So the tradition of the Volley Bros started about 12 years ago, and ever since then, we wear Hawaiian shirts to all the home games and to the game, and every time we have a game, we wear the bandanas, of course. And the tradition of the pink bandana passed down by captains is a recurring thing that happens every year. And this past year, Connor handed it to me. And after every game, of course, we go to dinner, and that's the time for us to talk and bond and be bros.
All right, well, next time, send me the memo, guys, okay? It's Shan from 99.7 Now. You can catch me every morning from 6 to 10 a.m. Make sure to tune in 99.7 Now and give it up for the boys of the Lieb Boys Volleyball team.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to... The Skyline Titans down by 2, winning run at second base. Aaron Ray grounds it to second base. The throw gets away, and here comes the winning run. The Skyline Titans walk it off, and how can you not be happy about that? Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
I'm Coach Davon. Today's training tip is going to be a manual assist rotation. So what they're going to do here is be in an athletic stance. They're going to have their hands out, palms together, and you're just going to push them out this way. Then they're going to push back to the center with resistance while you're pushing back against their hands.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium, Monday, May 20th.
There are only 5 tickets left. 5 Play of the Week winners.
It's going fast.
I know, May 20th. That's less than a month away. So here are some very good contenders, and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week. We start with Leland's Matt Ames, the big lineman from the football team, making the catch. That's a 6.5 on the Richter scale right there. Aragon's Cameron Grant with a nice diving catch here. A lot of great diving, sprawling catches this week. This is Jake Cooch from Oak Grove, an outstanding outfielder for the Eagles, and he makes a nice catch on this pop-up. Abby Clark from Gilroy goes all out for this one with a sprawling catch. Great play, Abby. Here's D'Angelo Fleetwood from El Cerrito. D'Angelo, fleet of foot, racing this one down and making a diving catch. But the play of the week goes to Sam Carlson from Concord on a deep fly ball heading for the fence. And Sam's going to track it down and make the catch at the fence, flying against the fence. Sam Carlson. He's Sam-tastic, a great catch against the wall for this week's Play of the Week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week to meet the swimmer from Santa Teresa and has battled with severe food allergies. We'll see you then.